this is for you guys who actually deal with architecture and structural project. So this is something that I think is long awaited. As for me personally, I have long waited for this feature to be added into Revit, because this is something that we always do. We always sometimes have this slanted wall in our project, but all this while, when we have the need to model for slanted wall in Revit, user like us will actually have to opt for modeling for wall using meshing or even model in place. So do not worry. So Autodesk has now made it possible for us to create our slanted wall in Revit 2021. So with that, I'm going to create another new project for you. So this time I'm going to use metric architectural template and then just create a new project, and I'm going to click on OK. Okay, so now we are in this new project in floor plan level 1. Okay, so now I'm going to just create 3 different rooms. So with that, I'm going to go to architecture tab, wall architecture. So the first wall that I'm going to create is just a simple wall like this. Okay, I'm going to copy this so that we have the identical room that I'm going to make some comparison later. And then I'm going to create one more wall here. So this time I'm going to use this start and arc radius. So I'm going to make it just like this. Okay, so we're going to focus on these 2 first. So basically, along all this here, so how you're going to create your wall is per what you see me do previously. So I'm just going to go to architecture and create on wall. So you can choose whether you wanted to create an wall architecture, structural, or wall by face. Okay, so nothing changed with that. So for example, if I wanted to change this particular wall to be a slanted wall, so how does it go? So basically, when you create on when you click on any element in your Revit, so basically if I click on this wall, so you can see all the properties regarding the wall. So if you look into it, you might think that this is the same as per what you have in the previous version. But what Revit has added into this properties is that now you have this cross-section parameter. Okay, again, this is very simple. Okay, so if you click on this wall, you will see this one new parameter named cross-section. And if you click on it, it actually has 2 different options, which is first vertical and then the second one is slanted. So if you click on this slanted, so what will happen is that you have another new parameter, which is angle from vertical. So if I put in a -30 value, so if you look into your 3D view, you will have something like this. So again, if you wanted to change the angle, you can actually just change it here. So bear in mind, the value that you can put in here is only from -90 to 90 degree only. So if you put 90 degree, it will say that you need to put in different value because it only cater for -90 degree and 90 degree. Okay, so if I change it to 45, so you will have a different slope and everything. Okay, so I'm going to leave it to 30. Okay, and for example, if you have a wall that are curved like this, so the same thing will happen to this one. So if you wanted to change the slope and you wanted to make it to be a slanted wall, so what you can do is just simply click on this wall and then change the cross section to be slanted. And then you can put in the value that you wanted. So here I put in 10 degree, 20 degree, and so on. Okay, so that is on how you can create your slanted wall. I know this is very simple, just one more step away from your normal wall. Okay, so the next issue that are raising when you have a slanted wall. So what will happen to the family that you're going to place onto those walls? So now I'm going to place a door and some windows into my wall. So now I'm going to place a wall here, and then I'm going to place a window. So here I'm going to pick this one. So I put it one here and one here. So if I go to the 3D view, you will see something like this. Okay, so this looks a little bit hideous because I actually did not place the wall into the right level. So I'm going to put the top constraint to be level 2. Okay, so now you will see something like this. So if you see here, of course, we do not want any loophole here. So you can see that we have this some sort of a hole because this wall is slanted while your family of window and door here is not following the slanted wall. So what will happen is that if you click on the element here, you will see that it also has a orientation parameter. So this is one more addition that we have into the properties, which is the orientation. So with this orientation, what can you do is that you can simply just change it to be slanted. Okay, so you will see that when you change this to be slanted, it will not give you any option in terms of its angle. Okay, it will actually just follow the angle that we have per what you have in your slanted wall. So if this is 20 degree, your window will be automatically in 20 degree as well. So goes for your door here. So I put it into slanted, so it will be nicely planted into your slanted wall, just like this. Okay, and then the another constant that we have in terms of when we have slanted wall is on the area and volume, whether or not it will follow the slanted wall. So if I go into this room area and then I click on area and room computation, so I'm going to calculate the area and volume. Okay, and then we can put in our room. So I'm going to put in the room type with area first for this one and this one. So if you guys remember previously, I just duplicate these two things. So I create this room here and then I copy it to be down here. So this is basically coming from the same thing. So I just recently changed this wall to be a slanted wall. So if you go ahead, okay, to this room, you will see that the area is 184.24 meter square and then the volume is 736.96. Okay, so for this room, okay, the area has changed a bit. So previously, even though you see 184 meter square here, basically it has changed a little bit in terms of its decimal places, and so as the volume. So basically, when you change the wall to be slanted wall, it does not just change the look of the wall itself, but it also contribute the changes into the volume, the parameter, and the area. So that is on slanted wall that we have as a great addition to our new version of Revit 2021.